Namaste, Kevin, and full moon blessings. Thank you for joining me today for this brand new video. So if you are new to this channel, you stumbled across me on the big wide world of YouTube. My name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch. And today I'm going to go through a really gorgeous meditation and moonology oracle card reading. So this is video number 2 amongst the 3 videos we've got going on my channel to celebrate the full moon. As well as this, don't forget I do have a full moon flow and a full moon journal prompt video. So you can find that over on my channel at the Yogi Witch. But anyway, my darlings, maybe you grab yourself a notebook for this practice, maybe you grab yourself some sage, some candles, anything you'd like to work with, or maybe you even work with your own cards and just use my kind of card pattern as inspiration, whatever feels good to you. But get yourself sorted and I will meet you back here in just a moment so we can read our cards, we can meditate, and we can feel the energy from the full moon above us. Okay, so before we begin today's card reading, we are just going to sage our sacred space. So it's super important that when you're working with oracle cards or tarot cards or any kind of divination, maybe pendulums, that you take a moment to sage your space. It's super important that the energy we welcome in is positive and it is a kindness energy. It is not negative in any shape or form. So give your little space a little bit of a cleanse here and ensure that you are cleansing your cards. So I just like to go around my cards. Begin to clear my thoughts, especially if you've come to the mat today a little bit anxious or overwhelmed, or maybe this full moon is bringing up a whole host of emotions. Beautiful. And just allowing that sage to burn off in the corner. We're going to start to shuffle our deck. So beginning to shuffle the deck, maybe you're working with your own cards today, maybe you're just working with mine, and that's absolutely fine. So today we're going to go through a full moon card reading, so asking 3 questions about what this moon can bring us, what it is trying to tell us, and as it is the final full moon of 2022, these questions are designed to help illuminate the path ahead of us and to help give it a little insight into what we've got coming and what it is we need to release so we can fully attract and manifest a beautiful new year ahead. So once you've given your cards a shuffle, we're just going to lay them out. Now, like I said, this is just going to be a simple kind of meditation and moonology card reading. I'll include longer descriptions of the card reading at the end of the video so you can give yourself time to write them down and to really think about what it is it's telling you. Because sometimes I find that in the moment you're so pent up with what the card's saying, you're so, that your mind kind of goes blank. So there's going to be space at the end so you can proper meditate on it, my darlings. Once we spread out the cards, let's flip those palms up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And a slow breath all the way out. So just aiming now to slow down your inhales and your exhales, make them lovely and even. And start to bring your mind to the mat. So not thinking about anything right now in particular, just focus on quietening the mind, especially if there's kind of chatter, the voices have followed you here. And giving ourselves a little bit of time just to simply exist here in the present moment, coming together as an online coven, starting to share the energies and starting to harness the energy of the full moon above us tonight. And as I said, it is the final full moon of 2022. So these questions today are designed to help give us a little bit of insight into what's coming and a little bit of kind of a gentle push into what it is we need to release so we can make room for all these positive things that we desire, all these incredible things that we deserve in our lives. A really positive reading today. So, the first card reading that we're going to think about that we'd like to be answered is, what's falling away and what do I need to forgive? So think about whatever it is that you'd like to release here. So beginning to think deeply about what that question is asking. What is it that's falling away? And what do I need to forgive? Maybe you've been holding on to some emotions, some toxic emotions that have been weighing you down, holding you back. Maybe you're angry. Maybe you've been clinging to something that's not working. That is okay. So start to think about it here. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. We choose our first card to help us answer the first question. Full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so maybe we've come to the map today with a desire ahead of us, a kind of passion in our soul, and maybe your intention, your goal for 2023 is to go after something that you've been dreaming of, maybe your greatest wish, maybe a new career, maybe a relationship, anything at all. Now, when it comes to discussing what it is that we'd like to fall away, what we need to forgive, maybe it's that idea that the dreams will just happen like that without any thoughts and without any plans. Maybe we've been held back by almost like a childish and naive notion that dreams do come true, they do just happen. I think we all have, if you're like me, you grew up in the Disney movies, you kind of always assume that you're going to be saved by someone and it's going to fall into place. Maybe what it is you need to release today is toxicity towards yourself. I think that's a word, toxicity. Maybe it's toxicity towards yourself for not kind of giving yourself a good chance to go after your dreams. So a full moon is the moon of passion, it's the moon of drive, of enthusiasm, of inspiration. And when it comes to the Taurus star sign, the Taurus is a bull. It goes after what it wants. It is impactful, it is strong, it is a really beautiful, kind of almost like fighting animal here. You're giving yourself a really good chance to go what after it is. If you have dreams in your future, if you have been dreaming of something in 2023, then this card is telling you that the dream is right there. You've just got to come up with, like it said, a more practical plan, maybe a more logical plan, a rational plan here. So letting go of the idea of, that the dreams will just happen without any hard work. And maybe it's time to forgive yourself. If you have come to the video today with maybe a little bit of anger towards yourself, maybe a little bit of judgment towards yourself, then in my opinion, this card is telling you that you need to forgive yourself. Maybe you've made past mistakes, maybe you've made past decisions that just didn't work out for you, and that is okay. We've all done that. We've all gone down roads that maybe we shouldn't have, maybe in terms of relationships, or maybe in terms of business or career, etc., etc. And this card is telling you that you need to forgive yourself for these past mistakes, and then you need to take a breather, come up with a rational idea, a logical plan, and take that step forwards. We're moving into a new year. This is a chance of new beginnings. This full moon is above you. It is shining your path and it's telling you that everything is going to be okay. But first you need to forgive yourself. So like I said, at the end of this video is going to be a little deeper discussion of this card, so you can write it down in your journal. It'll give you a chance to kind of really meditate on what this card means to you. But the first card, full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So close the eyes, flip the palms back towards the sky. And give yourself a moment. Clear that mind once more. Accept the need to forgive yourself. Embrace that drive deep in your soul. That solar plexus is lighting up here. It's starting to fire up. So we've discussed what it is that we'd like to release going forward in this full moon phase, going forward in 2023. So the next question is going to be, what is the moon illuminating ahead of me? What is the full moon trying to show you? Remember, we go through a period of darkness before we come into the full moon. So maybe we've been gone through a period of sadness or anger towards ourselves, towards others. Now this is a time to allow that full moon to fill you with a glow and to start showing you the path ahead of you, especially if perhaps you've been doubting where it is you're going. So take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Ready for card number 2. What is the full moon illuminating in front of us? Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Now, the new moon is a time of new beginnings and it is a time of new chances. It is a chance to embrace the darkness, to start to open up the third eye. So when we kind of become blind in the darkness, our third eye starts to open up and we really start to connect with our spirituality. We start to connect with the world above, the world below, and the world around us. So when it comes to what is the full moon, illuminating in front of us, luck is on our side. So following on from card number 1, where we forgave ourselves and we came up with a logical plan, the new moon is telling us that once we've accepted this plan, once we've moved forward with this plan, then luck is on our side. Now, when we discussed the first card and we said about letting go of that childish naivety, this is not bracing that childish naivety back into our mind, without any thought about dreams, etc., etc. This is telling us that the universe is on our side. So when it comes to luck, you can see this any way you want. Maybe you see it's just coincidence, maybe you see it's karma, or maybe you see as my personal opinion, the law of attraction, the energies that you attract to you. So once you've moved forward with the idea of forgiveness, you've opened up the heart, the new moon is telling you that the changes are coming. The full moon above us now is illuminating our path and it's telling us that we are going on the right pathway. So the Sagittarius star sign is the arrow and it is telling us that the path we are on is the correct path for us. So maybe you've come into this question with a little bit of doubt on your plan, a little bit of doubt on your dreams, whether that be dreams and career, relationships, etc., etc., whatever you want it to be. This card is telling us that you are on your right path. You've come up with your plan, you know where you're going, and it is telling you that it is working. The full moon is trying to tell you that it's inspired you, it's filled you with the energy, so keep going where you are. It is sometimes in life we do need to kind of come into the idea that it is us holding us back, like we talked about in the first card. I don't know why I keep this card in my hand. The first card is telling us. The second card is telling us that sometimes the energy that we welcome in is the energy that influences our day-to-day life. If you've ever heard of the law of attraction, maybe it's something that you do work with. It's the idea that our mind is a magnet, and then what we think we attract, whether that be good things or bad things. And from my personal experience, I really do believe this. It is something that I do use in my witchcraft practice every single day, this law of attraction, this law of manifesting. Now, the new moon in Sagittarius, like I said, is telling us that the path ahead of us is the correct path. The full moon is illuminating this path. It is telling us to follow our arrow wherever it might be taking us right now, because that is on the right path. We forgive ourselves. So now let's embrace the kind of positive energy, the peaceful energy, the invigorating energy that the full moon has given us, and allow that to take our steps for us on the path ahead. So at the end of the video, there'll be a little bit more description about this card, a chance for you to write down, journal. But I hope the second card proved useful to you. New moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. Come back in to your meditative state. Close the eyes and tune in. So the first card, we answered what it was we need to release. The second card, we answered where our path is going. Now the third card is what's happening in this present moment. So the next question it's going to ask is, what is the full moon bringing us? And this is a beautiful kind of question. It is something that we need right now. The full moon is very aware, Mother Moon is very aware of our energies and where we are in our life right now. So the card that's going to come up is going to tell us what is coming into our lives, what is coming into this sacred space right now. Most especially if we start to work with that law of attraction, we start to really tune into the energies that we're putting out there, the way that we're treating the world. You know, the threefold law, what it is you give out is what you get 3 times back. So take a deep breath in through the nose and a slow breath all the way out. So when you're ready, card number 3. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Absolutely beautiful. So this goes so well with the second card. So we've had a new moon in Sagittarius, we've got a full moon in Sagittarius. That arrow is strong. That power of the Sagittarius star sign is moving us forward. So with the full moon is a lunar phase that fills up the sky, it fills up our hearts, and it controls our emotions, our energies, where we start to put our efforts, we start to put our emotions. Now the full moon in Sagittarius is telling us to look at the bigger picture. What is it that you can see? Sometimes when we go into something with such a small perspective, so taking one step, what is it going to get us taking another step? Sometimes we need to take ourselves all the way out, and it's almost kind of like making a gratitude list, what it is that's going on in the world around us, going on in our sacred spaces, to help us narrow down our search later on our path. But for now, let's open up the eyes and see what it is we're truly dealing with. So this card is telling us that the full moon tonight is bringing us perspective. That is what we need. Maybe you've been feeling that you're in a little bit of a down stage in your life, maybe you're feeling a little bit low, a little bit anxious, and all those kind of horrible feelings that we do all go through, especially during these darker months. And this is telling you that it is granting us the ability of perspective, the ability of opening up that third eye, and the ability of really seeing things clearly. So I would read this card as a time to meditate, to journal, to really embrace stillness, embrace silence, and to embrace what it is that we're really wanting for in life. These cards are a really, I don't know, oracle cards are always positive, but they're really beautiful things. They're very logical. They are telling us that maybe if we've come to the mat today with doubts, with insecurity ourselves, that it is going to work out. Once we've come up with our plan, where we're going, We understand we're taking the right steps forward, especially when we change our energy, and now it is telling us to look around. What it is, the impact you've created on maybe the people around you, especially if you're coming into this moon with self-doubt, with insecurities. Open up your eyes. Maybe it feels like you are seeing things, but maybe you're not seeing them clearly. Embrace the full moon as it gives you perspective. So this is a time to tune into those dreams, tune in to thoughts, maybe the things that come up during a yoga practice, or the things that come up during a meditation, or maybe the thoughts and emotions that's come up now during this oracle card reading. So the path ahead is still our path. The Sagittarius star sign is still pointing forward, but now it is time to understand where we are right now. So we've looked about what we had to let go of, we've looked about where we're going, but now we have to come back into this present moment and understand the impact and the world around us as it is now. These are really, really beautiful cards. I find them very interesting, and after I finish this oracle card reading, I'm going to go sit down and have a little journal, especially as that final card really does tune into me. And for those who don't know, maybe new here today, I have recently injured my knee, so I have been unable to work with a physical yoga practice. I've been unable to do a lot of the things that bring me joy, like walking, just exercise, just being able to cook a dinner easily without any pain going on my knee. And I've been feeling really, really anxious and really, really down about it. It's been a very bad week. But this card really does call to me, and it does tell me to find that perspective. So I hope it calls to you too. Now, like I said, there's going to be a little bit more description just at the end of the video, so you have a chance to write these down and to really tune in. If these cards haven't called you, that is okay. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes that works. Sometimes they work for us. Sometimes they don't. And it's just about where we are in this present moment. If they did call to you, they did work for you, I would love to know about it. Please send me a message over at my Instagram at @TheYogiWitch. Please comment below. But don't forget, like I said in the intro, this is part 2 of a 3-video celebration to honor the full moon. We've got a full moon yoga flow, we've got a full moon journal prompt, and obviously there's full moon oracle cards. But thank you so much for joining me here today for this little mini card reading. It's definitely something that I love, it's definitely something I'm learning, and it's definitely something I'm going to explore more in 2023, especially on my brand new course, Move and Manifest, to kickstart the new year. It's going to be a lot more card readings for in there. But yeah, thank you so much, my darlings. I hope this full moon brings you everything that you deserve, everything that you desire, and I hope these cards helped answer any questions that be going on in your mind. But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Blessed be.